I'm gonna set this down for this one. It's been multiple days. Is this speaking through here? I know it's been multiple days since I've done one of these, but the way I define a miracle is God providing something for me that is better than anything I can pray for on behalf of myself to God to answer, to fix, to give me. Sorry. AC turned on. I want to shut that. God provided me with a job today. A one that I think is going to be a really good fit for me. My grandpa is moving into a nursing home this Monday. He's losing sight in one eye. He has dementia. For example, the other day, he asked me if I was dating anyone, and then like a minute, literally 60 seconds later, he asked me if I was dating anyone. So that's where it's at. Medically, from the doctor, he can't drive. He's just had a lot of struggles with his aging, and it's been hard on my mom. And I'm working at the place he's moving to on Monday. I'm literally going to start working there a day or two after he moves in. Maybe not that fast, but manager said I got the job. We're in the process. My background check will come back clean. Told him about my drinking history. It's not a problem. They don't test for weed, so we're good on that front. But God provided me a job to see my grandpa probably, if not to the last of his days. I can literally, before and after work, see him. It has benefits. It's not super high paying, but it can move into other things. I can transition out of it. That was the best hiring interview I've ever had. So I started struggling. I started accepting and fully pursuing struggling. I'm pushing back in my timeline here. Started accepting that I struggle with drinking, and I was like, I need help. I need to get sober, straight sober. I told myself that I was going to school in Tennessee for youth ministry for an undergrad Bachelor of Arts program at a university called Lee University in Tennessee, and got found passed out in my car. EMTs were there, police were there, got away with a civil citation, not a DUI, blessed on that front. Went to an outpatient down there while going to school, wasn't working, told my parents, hey, I'm worried if I stay until the end of the semester. Like, I was coming home for Thanksgiving break. I was like, if I stay for the next 2.5 weeks for finals, I'm worried I'm going to kill myself unintentionally in my car, because I was so out of control. God brought me home 2.5 months after my oldest brother started fostering their first foster son, who is now their adopted son, and Jace. And so I've been here since then, saw Jace, his half-brother, and now his fully adopted sister, and now they're pregnant with a third one, and my grandpa, seeing him on his last days. I didn't have any control in any of that. That was all God working out of my mistake in the midst of timing. I don't control time. I don't. No man does. You can control your own time, but you don't control the time of your life, your life timeline. You don't control that time. And he orchestrated that. He's orchestrated this. And I've just, from the moment that I woke up today to the moment that I left the job interview and he said, you have the job, I was like, this is too good to be true. And I told my parents, we went to a coffee shop, and I just like verbally threw up with overcaffeination and just talked about this. And I told them, I was like, I don't deserve any of these blessings. Like, this is too good for what I deserve. And she said, and my mom's response was, that's the gospel. And then there was something else that was profound, that yesterday I was sitting next to my 89, or I think my grandpa's 91 or 89, either way. My grandpa, who's moving into the nursing home, his name's John. I was sitting on the ground next to my grandpa, which I probably did when I was like 4 or 5. Now I'm 28, so 23 years later, 24 years later, a decade later, a quarter of a century later, 25 years later, doing the same thing and asking him questions, and him asking about me, and almost kind of getting to know me because his Alzheimer's, and so it wasn't in his memory, some of the things. And I told him, I said, yeah, things have been hard lately. Sometimes I get bogged down in the whole warp and storm of trusting myself and the flesh in this world, trusting myself's flesh, this world, and Satan. And my grandpa was serious, but he was kind of joking, but it was like a joke that has evident truth in it, like a good joke. And he was like, yeah, I stopped believing in listening to Satan a long time ago. Everything he says is a lie. And I was like, I know Satan's a liar, but have I told myself that recently? That Satan, I'm not going to listen to that, because everything that you say is a lie. Everything.